Hi everyone, welcome to our new tutorial. In this video, I am going to take you through my editing process of this landscape which I took of the bound library of the desktop camera with the Canon 60 Mark II. I wanted, I wanted the image to include a large portion of the sky, that is using the negative space technique for my composition. I am going to be changing this bland raw and flat version of the image to this colorful and beautiful version using the software Luminar Neo. So follow along to learn. Alright, so to edit the image, you first have to add the image into the application. And to do that, you only have to click in the section. So I have already added the image to the application. Here it is. So you can see it's in the catalog area already. So I don't need to add it again. But if you want to add, all you have to do is to click this section. Now in the catalog section to the right, you can see the camera settings I used to capture this image. So I took this image with a Canon EOS 60 Mark II, and you can see all the following details that was used to capture the image. So in order to edit this image, you need to switch from the catalog section to the edit section. Now there is an AI tool in the application that can straight up help enhance the image significantly. And that can be found in the Enhance tab. So you go to the Enhance tab, you select Enhance, then you're going to slide the asset bar to enhance the image. So we'll slide it. As you slide it, you realize that the details begin to appear in the image. So we're going to slide this bar to about 60, and slide it about 60. So initially you couldn't see the cloud information, but as we began to slide the bar, you can see the features of the clouds. The cloud begin to show in the atmosphere. When it's down, you couldn't see anything, but as we slide the enhance bar, you see the details in the clouds beginning to appear. Alright, so we'll decrease that to about 60. Okay, it's good. Okay, it's cool. Alright, we don't want it to be too much, so we can see the clouds, the sky. Now we want to enhance the sky, further enhance the sky, so we're going to slide the sky enhancer bar. Let's slide it a bit, increase the amount. Let's see. As we do that, you can see that it is features of the sky coming out. So I'm going to slide this about 47. Okay, here's okay. So we can see the clouds. You can see the clouds in the sky. Now we can further go into develop a image. So we will go to the develop tab. The image already has a level of exposure. So we'll just have to boost it slightly. So I'll boost it a lot. 0.51. Yeah, yes, but okay. Just to expose the image. Then we boost the contrast. I slide the contrast bar to about 90. You want more contrast, so I'll boost this up to about 90. That is okay. So it gives the image a beautiful look, gives it a bright contrast that we need for now. So this is a smart contrast that we've just boosted. Now we'll reduce the highlights by sliding it down a bit. So we want to reduce the highlights. Let's bring it down. The contrast made the clouds a bit brighter, so we couldn't see the details in the clouds. So we have to reduce the highlights. You see the highlights reducing so that we can see the features in the cloud. So I'll reduce the highlights to about negative 71. Let me just type it here instead. Negative 71. That's okay. At least it's significant enough to help us see the details in the sky. Then we are going to increase the shadows to about 67 just to further reveal the details of the image. Now the next thing we want to do is to enhance the colors. So we're going to click on the color tab. So this image was taken during a cloudy time. And hence I really want to increase the warmth too much. So we'll just slide the temperature bar to about 1. Because if we increase it too much, it will give it a warm feeling, which is not what we want because the image was taken on a cloudy day. So we reduce it to about just 1. Correct. The tints should be at 0, but we want to boost the saturation of the colors. We want the saturation of the colors to be stronger. So we are going to increase the saturation to 20, just so that the colors can stand out. We'll just type it here. Alright. So 20, that's okay. Vibrance should also remain at 0. Afterwards, they're going to sharpen the image, so I click on the sharpen tab. And let's slide it to about 70 to enhance the details of the image and to sharpen the image, right? So we can already see the details up here. Now the next step from here is to select atmosphere AI. This will further enhance the atmosphere. So alright, so there it is. You select the atmosphere AI. Because it's a cloudy day, the fog effect we'll do for this one. We'll just drag this slider to about just 4. Okay, so that's this. The next thing we're going to look at is the landscape tab. Now we want to select the haze. We'll increase the amount of about just 4. Just to enhance the features in the clouds and the colorations in the clouds. Then we're going to push this to 11 just to keep the image a golden rock. And we want to enhance the foliage. So we will push the foliage in the answer to about 26 for the colors to stand out. The green on the leaves, then the greens to stand out very well. After landscape, we will go into the dramatic tab. So let's go into the dramatic tab. I want to boost the amount to just about 2. When it increase it so much, it causes the image to become blunt. That is all we want. So we're going to just boost it to about 2. The local contrast should remain at 60. And from here, select the mystical tab. We want to add more effects. So we're going to add the mystical effects to the image. Let's increase it to about 60 just to give it its mystical look. The mystical effect gives the image a dreamy look. So if you boost it up, you'll notice that the image will become very, very dreamy. Most foggy, a kind of dreamy look. Don't want it to be too much, so we're going to just boost it up to just 60. Then we are going to leave the shadows at 25. Alright, so from here we go to super contrast. Right there it is. Select super contrast. We're going to increase our highlight contrast to 24 to bring out the details, flesh out the details of the image. 24, just 24, it's okay. Our big tools, you can slide that to about 41. Right. We'll increase our shadows to about 32. So let's slide that to about 32 just to further enhance the image and to bring in the contrast, to enhance the contrast of the image. So let's look at the before. Let's look at it after. Look at the before. Look at it after. See, the colors are already standing out. All the details are coming out just to enhance the image. So afterwards, we want to now add our vignettes. Right, so there it is. So into our vignette tab. So we have to choose the subjects. And the subject here, or focus of our image here, is the bound library, specifically the clock area. So we'll choose the subject. And then, so this is the library. And then this is the clock area. So this is going to be our focal point for creating our vignette. So we're going to create our vignette around this focus point. Alright, so this subject have been selected. When the value is negative, it creates a dark vignette. And if it's increased, it creates a white vignette. We don't want a white vignette, we want a dark vignette. You're going to slide it to the left. It's a dark vignette. But we don't want it to be too dark like this. So we are going to just boost vignette to value of about -57. We want it to be a very light vignette, very light. So let me just type it in here. Alright, so that's okay. Just a subtle vignette video. We don't want it to be too much. The let's increase the size of 58. That's just to temporary the size of the magnets. Now, a final part of it is okay. So there is something very important we need to do. But before that, now there's something very important we need to do before we go to the final aspects of the edits. Let's go to the optics bar. Now you can find this in the develop tab. Right, let me just go to the edits to easily find this. Alright, so we go to our develop tab. We're going to go to the optics and then we'll select. This will help to remove every pedestrian outlines that is about the objects, the objects in the image, within the subjects in the image. Sometimes some outlines are formed on the edges of the image, and by selecting the auto difference, when you select auto difference, it takes away all these unnecessary outlines from the image. So select, ensure to always select auto difference. Alright, so after this, we can now go to the final part of our edits, which is to select a details tab. So select a details tab, and we're going to slide its more details to about 27, just to further enhance the details on the image. So let's slide that about to Excel. Okay, just tag that in here, just to make it looking good easy. So it's some the we want to slide our medium details to our enemy. Yeah. Okay, so now we are good to go. Get image, get details, everything is intact now. So after this, our image is good to go. Look at it before, look at it after, look at it before, and look at it after. See how this blunt image has transformed into this beautiful and colorful image. So this brings us to the end of the tutorial. I hope you learned a lot from following this tutorial. Thank you for watching our tutorial and see you in our next video.